If you are an international medical graduate applying to the 2022-2023 math cycle, or if you have not done all of the USMLE exams as yet, then please be sure to watch this extremely important Ecfmg update. And if you like this type of content and want to see more, power up that like button, hit subscribe, and that notification bell so that you never miss another video like this. The cost of the USMLE Step 1 and the USMLE Step 2 CK exams have increased to $985. And if you plan to sit the USMLE Step 1 or the USMLE Step 2 CK in another country outside of the United States, then you will have to pay $185 for the USMLE Step 1 and an additional $210 for the USMLE Step 2 CK. So if you plan on doing the USMLE Step 1 outside of the United States, the total cost that you will pay is $1,170. While if you plan to sit the USMLE Step 2 CK outside of the United States, then the total you will have to pay is $1,195. Once you apply for the USMLE Step 1 or the USMLE Step 2 CK, you will be given a 3-month eligibility period. If you cannot sit your exam during this eligibility period and you would like to extend it, that will cost an additional $100. And if you want to change your testing region of your USMLE exam, that will cost $90. So let's say that you schedule to do your USMLE Step 1 in India, but then you would like to change and do it in the United States. You will have to pay an additional $90. In the description below, I will leave a link to the testing regions as specified by the Ecfmg. So if you are changing the location of your testing center, then you will know whether or not you will have to pay this additional $90 to do that. If you have already sit your USMLE Step 1 or USMLE Step 2 CK and you would like to get your score rechecked, this will cost $80. But please note that this $80 will probably be a waste of money because the USMLE states that they almost never change scores. So to date, there actually hasn't been one instance where the score was incorrect. So that would just be free money for the USMLE if you decide to pay this additional $80. Now, with the suspension of the USMLE Step 2 CS, IMGs will have to pay for an additional form, which is called Form 184, so that you can get an examination history chart. The cost of this is $50. So the purpose of the Ecfmg examination history chart is to provide a complete results history for all non-USMLE examinations you have taken. This history chart will include all attempts of the Ecfmg examinations, such as the visa qualifying exam, the foreign medical graduate exam in the medical sciences, the National Board of Medical Examiners, and the Ecfmg English test, the test of English as foreign language, and the Ecfmg Clinical Skills Assessment. So the examination chart will list all of your results and all of your attempts for those exams that you do. To get this chart, all you have to do is fill out Form 184, and you can request up to 3 Ecfmg examination history charts on each request form. And you have to include a payment of the $50 for each form that you submit. So if you're a bit confused, just know that the exam chart will have all of your exam history and attempts for non-USMLE exams. So the next chart that you will need is the CSA history chart. This will also cost $50. So for the Ecfmg CSA or Clinical Skills Assessment history chart, This can be received by filling out the Form 297. So the purpose of this form is to provide a complete performance history of all ECFMG clinical skills assessments that you have taken. This form is necessary for the application to ECFMG pathways. So when submitting this form, you may request a maximum of 10 charts on each request form, and you must include the payment of $50 for each form that you submit. It's also extremely important to note that when you submit the Form 297 or the Form 184, then you will have to wait about 4 weeks for your request to be processed. Of course, hopefully it could be less. Now, if you want a paper USMLE transcript, so not the digital form, just the physical paper form of the USMLE transcript, this will cost $70 US. If you went to a foreign medical school and your documents are not in English, then you will have to pay this fee. This is the medical school transcript translation fee, which will cost $250. This is necessary for applying for the USMLE exams if you're just starting and getting your ECFMG ID and just applying to your first USMLE exam. It's also necessary because you need your medical school transcript when applying to residency programs. And speaking of residency, if you are an applicant applying to the 2022-2023 application season, everyone has to purchase an ERES token. The price of this ERES token is $155 US. Another crucial document for the application to residency programs is your USMLE transcript. So the cost of the electronic submission of your USMLE transcript for ERES is $80 US. Another important thing to note for visa requiring international medical graduates is the cost of the J1 visa application. So the J1 visa application costs $370. You will also need to pay an additional $220 US that is payable to the Department of Homeland Security, and it is required for the initial applicants of the J1 sponsorship. Another important fee that international medical graduates pay includes the verification services. This is where you get a CVS report. So the CVS report can include a completed status report that includes whether or not you're ECFMG certified, if you pass all of your exams, your English tests, your clinical skills assessment forms, and information regarding to your medical schools. It's a quite in-depth form that international medical graduates can receive. So if you are planning to apply to residency, then you have to pay this fee, which is the Ecfmg certificate application. This costs $160 US. If for any reason you need to reprint your Ecfmg certificate, this will cost you $50 US. And if you are an IMG that requires a name change on your Ecfmg certificate, this will also cost $50 US. The USMLE and Prometric has also announced the increase in fees to change the dates of your USMLE exams. I have made an in-depth video going through the additional USMLE fee changes and updates for 2022. To watch that video, then just click this one right here. But don't forget to power up that like button, hit subscribe and the notification bell so that you never miss another video like this. Thank you so much for watching.